Como decimos en México, hay que dejarnos de mamadas. En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie. Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
Oh! One shot! Down goes Terrell!
Oh my God!
It's over! Harvey Dock waves it off. Terrell on his back. Caleb Plant with a one.
All right, in your opinion, brother, who's the greatest of all time in boxing history?
I think Mayweather for now, because Canelo not done yet. But I think Mayweather.
Why do you think he's the greatest?
Only because of skill, and he didn't fight the best of the best at their age that everybody wanted to fight them as, but he always fought good fighters. He never fought a bum. You know what I'm saying? He
what are
fought
your favorite names?
16 champions
what
in a row.
What are your favorite names?
Pacquiao shows you everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like Canelo's is Triple G right now. You know what I'm saying? His next one will be Benavidez. If Canelo beats Benavidez, he surpasses Mayweather. Because like I said, I know I go off skill, but Canelo showed things Mayweather haven't shown. He showed lack of stamina, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So that's why I put Mayweather number 1, Canelo number 2. But Canelo has a opportunity to surpass him off of accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? So what you think? Who do you think is the best?
The only reason, I agree with your take, right? But the only thing wrong you said is like Canelo, he showed weaknesses because he took disadvantages in his fights. You know, you probably can't even name me about 3 or 5 fights where Floyd was in a disadvantage. Canelo, all of his fights are disadvantage. Why? He's a smaller guy.
Nah.
Mostly.
Jermell, that was a disadvantage for Jermell, not Canelo. That was an advantage for Canelo.
To be honest, if people are honest with themselves, Jermell and Jamal, they started in the same weight. You know what I mean? Canelo started the same weight with them, but he's at 168, which means they all can make 168. It's just they don't want to take a risk.
Yeah,
like
they
Canelo.
all can make it, but Canelo grew into that weight class. He had time to grow into the weight class while this guy was, at 154. He didn't have time to grow into it like Canelo. Canelo looked shredded, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like to judge both of their careers like a lot of people do. A lot of people judge Floyd's career about damn near all of his opponents. But it's not the same with Canelo. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have to keep the same energy because Canelo has a lot of fights where he was in the advantage. You know what I'm saying? Even like I said, a lot of Canelo haters talk shit about the Triple G fight. He was too old and this and that. Couldn't even handle him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. Like I said, I give Floyd credit for all of his fights. I'll give Canelo credit for all of his fights, even if a disadvantage with the wood. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? They didn't fight bums, and you could tell in the ring a lot of Floyd's fights were really close. How you gonna say he fought a bum and he?
No,
I'm
not
close,
saying.
You know what
I'm saying Floyd is a great, but when you want to call somebody a GOAT, they gotta do things where like that are against their favor. Like whenever Canelo fought Triple G, right? Everybody said he was old, but who had Triple G lost to before him?
Nah, you're right.
Who knocked out Triple G? Who hurt Triple G? Nobody. But Floyd, whenever he fought Pac-Man already got knocked out by Marcus. He already had about 3-4 losses on his record. And I'm not gonna say he was not a good Pacquiao, but it wasn't the best Pacquiao.
But I think it was the best Pacquiao. You know why? Because Pacquiao's not like that. Look, if we going off resume, who got the best resume? Chavez, Pacquiao, Canelo. But if you're asking me who's the best of all time, you know what I mean? Mayweather, because like I said, he never showed lack of anything. He showed everything in each fight, huh?
But why didn't he show lack of anything? Because it wasn't the best opposition across. And if you look at Floyd's fights.
But think about it, Caleb Plant wasn't the best opposition. Billy Joe wasn't the best opposition. You know what I'm saying?
What did Canelo show in those fights? He knocked him out. He knocked out Caleb Plant. You know what I mean? And it wasn't the best fight, but he knocked him out.
But think about it. Canelo has something Floyd doesn't. Canelo has power. Floyd had to live with skill. He didn't have to live with
Floyd
power.
Had power in his moment. He just decided to play smart after a couple mega fights he had. You know what I mean? He was already the money man. He didn't need to take a risk no more. That's why Canelo, like right now, he don't need no money, but he's still gonna go fight Benavidez. It's not the biggest money. Hold up. It's not the biggest money fight, Benavidez. The biggest money fight out there is Terence Crawford.
Yeah, you're right.
And he's not gonna go fight Terence Crawford. Why? Because that doesn't help his legacy. If that was Floyd, you telling me Floyd would have not took that fight with Terence? That'll be a quick wrap.
He would have took that fight.
You know,
he would have took that fight. But like I said, even that Canelo Crawford fight, I would still give credit to Canelo because that's still a hard fight in my opinion. Like there ain't no easy, ain't no scrub.
It's a hard fight at Terence Crawford's weight. At 168, it'll be a walkover, just like.
I think at 168, Canelo and Crawford, I think Canelo walks him down only because of the weight class. But is it gonna be easy? No. Crawford is too skilled to be an easy fight for anybody.
And let's get down to it. Like they're gonna talk about how is Canelo the best if Floyd beat him. All right, that was a 23-year-old Canelo, right? He had a good record.
And he outschooled him.
Hold on. He had a good record, but why? In Mexico, you can become a professional earlier than you can become a professional here in the USA. And is that true? So he had more fights already, which were really amateur fights. It wasn't pro fights, but they were in his pro record. So people were like, oh, he's not no green Canelo. He already got a lot of fights. In reality, it was the green Canelo because after the Floyd Mayweather fight.
It was the green Canelo. I ain't gonna lie
after the Floyd Mayweather fight, he went on to fight Lara. He went on to fight Billy Joe Saunders, Cato Plant.
No, you're right.
You know, all these
like I said, I don't discredit Canelo at all, but everybody discredits Mayweather because he fought on Maidana. Well, to me, Maidana, when Floyd fought him, that dude was a killer, dude. Like Floyd got him motivated. Like he really wanted to win that fight. He was a killer. He could beat anybody that day. Anybody.
But what happened in that first fight? It was
a close fight.
Maidana didn't beat him, and what happened? So they had to a rematch. It's like at that point, like Maidana already had losses too. You know what I mean? So
but think about it. Like a loss doesn't mean shit. Canelo has a loss, and then he went and turned to one of the best of all time. You know what I'm saying?
He fought the best. Exactly. He had a loss because he fought the best.
And if you look at it, Maidana's losses were like pretty close. Like the Amir Khan one, dude. I don't know about you, but I thought Maidana won that fight. But they gave it to him. It's like Pitbull. Pitbull lost, but that doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? A loss doesn't mean anything.
That's true.
If anything, you get more dangerous if you don't get knocked out. You get more danger. You know what I'm saying? But
that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like people just trying to discredit Cato Plant because he lost to Canelo and Benavidez. Bro, those are the top dogs. You cannot. That's why these fighters don't like to take risks because people start talking like shit about when you lose. But if you think about who he lost to, he didn't lose to nobody bad. He lost to Canelo and Benavidez.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
he took
like
fight.
I said, if you ask me who got a better resume, Canelo or Floyd, Canelo, easy, like by far.
But why? Why did a better resume?
Who was a better fighter? But like I said, I like to combine skill and accomplishments.
All right, if you want to talk about skill, Canelo is right now to the point where he can break anybody's Philly shield. Whenever he fought Floyd, this is where he took a mistake at. He fought Floyd trying to catch him. And you cannot catch nobody with a Philly show. What you gotta do with somebody like that, you gotta break down. You gotta break their shoulders. What does he do now?
He figured it out.
You know what I mean? That's what. I'm not gonna say he will beat Floyd in the prime versus prime.
It's good. We can't compare him prime versus prime because a prime Canelo is at 168.
Yeah, for sure.
A prime Floyd 147. No further than
that.
that.
That's what people don't get.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Floyd is small. He's not like Canelo frame.
That's what people don't get. Floyd had that skill because he was at a lower weight. If he went up in weight, he would have to change up his skill. He cannot keep on trying to outbox all these heavy punchers because they're gonna.
But if he goes up,
they're gonna break you down.
He's gonna lose things. Why would he go up if he's gonna lose stamina?
That's why Canelo lost movement. If you look at whenever he fought Danny Jacobs, look at all that movement he put in that fight.
But they also come with age and shit. Like I feel like age, you know what I'm saying?
And
all the wars he's been through.
How old is Canelo?
33.
Whenever Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao, how old was Manny Pacquiao?
No, but think about it like this.
How old was Manny Pacquiao?
Think about it like this though.
Pacquiao was like 33.
Canelo had a lot of wars, dude. Like I said,
Manny Pacquiao too. He got knocked out by Marquez.
But think about it like this. After Floyd beat him, Pacquiao went on and beat Jesse Vargas. He beat Timothy Bradley. He beat Keith Thurman. So if Pacquiao could beat all these guys, Floyd could have did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I know styles make fights, but at the same time, think about it like that. Floyd, in my opinion, Floyd did his thing with Pacquiao. That's one of my favorite fights to watch. You don't like that fight, huh?
Which one?
Floyd and Pacquiao.
No,
I like that fight. A lot of
it.
people don't like it, but
No,
I've
no.
seen a lot of skill from
I
Floyd in
liked
that
it because
fight.
it was two big names. But if you be honest, that fight was one of the worst fights in history. Why?
How?
Because none of them went in there to show like their skills. They went in there to make some money. You can tell
Bro,
right away.
Pacquiao was in there trying to kill Floyd, but Floyd was too skilled.
Well,
Shake
yeah, bro,
counter
that's what I'm
him,
saying.
moving,
That's
jabbing, catching. You know what I mean? Catch and shoot. Like if you look at that fight, dude, you just go look at Mayweather, right? Look how fast he's going through that ring, moving and slipping punches and moving his head and putting himself out of danger and hitting
Think
them.
about it like this.
Sharp. Nobody fighting like that right now. Nobody.
Nah, that's true. But think about it like this. That fight with Manny Pacquiao, that fight was supposed to been happen like at least. I could say 10 years ago before that fight, but I'm gonna say
But-
5. I'm gonna say 5.
All right, 5 years ago.
5 years.
I
5 years
honestly
before that
think
fight.
5 years ago, before that, I honestly think Floyd would have won in a better fashion. Because Floyd, like I said, Floyd was even younger and Pacquiao was even less experienced at the same time. Floyd was already 30. Like I said, keep in mind, Floyd fought on when he was 36. Pacquiao was 34. Like I said, keep in mind that Pacquiao went on and beat Keith Thurman, Jesse Vargas. He still had a role.
Keep this in mind. That Floyd Mayweather versus Pacquiao, that was a super close fight. And
It was like,
it was
I mean,
super
to
close.
me, it wasn't that close.
It was
To me,
and the
Floyd-
scorecards,
like it was a good
close.
fight. It was a good fight, but it was a clear winner. It was a unanimous decision in my opinion. It was no split decision, none of that. But it was a close fight.
Well, I'm saying it was a close
You know what
fight.
I'm
Just imagine Pac in his prime, because Floyd wasn't any better, before that fight. If anything, he probably just.
No, if anything, he had more.
But
He had
yeah.
more like speed and power.
I don't
Like
think so. I
back
think-
then, he was like fucking.
I think
pop.
Floyd.
You know what I'm saying?
Floyd won all of his fights off experience. If you go look at whenever he fought Canelo, he says it after the fight. I only won this fight because of experience. You know, he told Canelo, "You're gonna become a champion one day," because he knew he was a good fighter. He wasn't experienced enough.
So all right. So how did you want Floyd's career? Who do you want in a fight?
Well, I wanted him to fight. I wanted him to fight people at their best. You know, not when they had already lost, not when they were in the downfall.
But when he was trying to fight Pacquiao,
Well, not
he had
just
told Pacquiao.
There were so many other people.
No, but
too.
when everybody wanted to fight, he had told Pacquiao, do this drug test and I'll fight you. But he didn't do the drug test.
Well, yeah,
That's
but
what I'm
look,
saying.
but
Like,
you wouldn't talk
that's
about,
his fault.
Hey, but Floyd was doing drugs himself. You know
No,
what I
no,
mean?
no, he wasn't real.
Go look at it up. It's you know what I mean. Like that. It's all on.
It wasn't drugs, but it's just like a IV. Like, it's like
It's a
drinking
drug.
a powerful Gatorade.
Nah,
It's
nah,
not
nah.
nothing like enhance you.
But I mean-
All it does is replenish you.
Yeah, but like it don't matter, because at the end of the day, whenever they fight, they're clean. They just you know what I mean. To me, drugs is just something like they like to put in the mix whenever they're like people don't like them. They try to bring it up. You know what I mean? I feel like all these great fighters. At one point, they be popped with something dirty, but it don't mean that we're doing it. It just, you know what I mean? It's just some shit, you eat it off of food and shit, and it comes in your system. You know, but I'm just saying, like, drugs, I don't really like, yeah, they saying Pacquiao did drugs, but they say the same thing about Mayweather, same thing about Canelo,
But
same thing
look,
about
look,
all
look.
these fighters, you know
I
what I
look
mean?
at it like this. Floyd fought Pacquiao, right? In the Canelo stage right now. Because look, whenever Floyd fought Pacquiao, he had lost speed. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing he lost, speed. Because back then, and then he got a little slower. But you know what he gained though? Experience. So I still think it was a good fighter. Because look, with Canelo, now he doesn't have the same combination speed and stuff like when he fought Triple G and shit like that, Daniel Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? Now he fights different. But you know what he got? Experience. That's why I don't discredit Floyd at all for that Pacquiao fight. I don't care what everybody say, talking about he should have fought him 10 years before. Nah, none of that. Like, you got to give him his credit. He fought the guy everybody wanted to fight. If anything, he fought a more experienced Pacquiao. Just like Canelo now. He lost speed and movement, but nobody could beat him still at his weight class. You know what I'm saying? So you see what I'm trying to say?
I'm not saying it's a bad fight. I'm just saying he didn't fight. All of the fights Floyd had, they were never like at their peak. All the fighters he fought. And he's a great fighter though, because he still got one of the best resumes in boxing. You go off of names, you know what I mean? That's why people gotta take a look at Mayweather's record and notice he has big names, but they were not in their prime. You know what I mean? If you want to talk about prime fighters, look Canelo. Everybody wants him to fight Benavidez. They want him to fight Terence Crawford. All these people are in their prime. You know what I mean? What if
But there you go again.
What if he was to go fight?
There you go again. Benavidez, that counts. Crawford is a Mayweather style fight, but like I said, you want to give Canelo the credit for Crawford, you got to give Canelo instead of Floyd credit for the other fights he got.
No, I mean I do. I'm saying I don't remember one fight. Well, I do know some, but most of the fighters he fought already had an L or they were on a downfall. Canelo, he fought Caleb Plant with no L. He fought Billy Joe Saunders on his prime. He fought a Triple G who never been knocked out in his prime. The Boogeyman at 160 fought him. He fought 175 Bivol. He might have been short. He might have came out short, but he fought him. He took the risk. That's why I
give him a better resume. Like, he got a better resume because, like I said, the time that he fought these guys. But I'm talking about skill. Like, who do you want him to fight? I know you wanted him to fight earlier, but who did he duck? You're going to say Lara, but Canelo went on and beat Lara, and Floyd schooled Canelo.
But how did he beat Lara? He didn't beat Lara by knocking him out.
No, he beat him in a close decision.
By breaking him down.
He beat him in a close decision.
Floyd would not be able to do that.
When you go back and look how Floyd did Canelo, and like I said, these fights weren't too far apart. The way Floyd schooled Canelo, like, he masterclassed him.
He schooled him, but he didn't knock him out. That's what people forget.
He didn't knock him out, but Mayweather's not a knockout puncher.
Exactly, but
he's just like a skilled fighter who beats you by points,
but I mean,
outboxing you.
But people gotta recognize that's like Canelo right now wants to fight Errol Spence before the Terence Crawford fight. Like he's supposed to knock him out.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
In boxing, you don't need to knock out anybody. You know what I'm saying?
If you have a big advantage, like
Devin Haney haven't knocked anybody since when? When was the last time Devin Haney knocked him out? Somebody else.
I think about it like this: Floyd, whenever he fought Canelo, he could have easily fought Pacquiao. That was the main dude right there to fight. And what did he do? He fought a unprimed Canelo. Why? Because he knew that was a big name. He was a money dude. You cannot hate on that. But when you go for a GOAT in boxing, you gotta go more than just money.
No, but I don't go off money. I go off pure skill. Look, Floyd had.
But anybody.
Look, I'm finna tell you what Floyd had. Floyd had the best footwork while anybody was fighting right now. Like, this dude was around the ring. Like, dude, that dude would go from here to there. Like Tank was doing with Pitbull, doing everything. All right. He had head movement. He know where to place his head all time. He put himself out of danger like every time. Best jab in boxing. This dude had the best jab in boxing while he was fighting. That's one. Power, not so much. He had average mid power. Alright? That's the only thing, right? Everything else, dude, he had everything. His defense, best defense in damn near boxing history. You know what I'm saying? So whenever people went in there with him, they didn't want to like box him. They already know they're gonna lose like that. They want to kill him literally. You know what I'm saying? And he still showed great defense. He has everything but power, stamina. Stamina, a 10 out of 10 stamina. Canelo right now, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. We seen, and he never showed a lack of stamina. You know what I'm saying? Dedication, 10 out of 10. Canelo, him too. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like how he drinks and stuff. But I still, at the end of the day, everybody, deserves a drink or two. But like I said, dedication, hard work. You know what I'm saying? He trained all year. Like, what doesn't he have? Like, I know he don't got the best resume, but we're not asking about who got the best resume. We're asking who was the best fighter. But like I said, I like to join skill and no, but I like to
put their skills.
I like to join skill and resume. I like to join both, not just resume.
I think about it like this: if right now Shakur and Devin Haney was to retire, who'd be better?
Like, who was better?
Yeah. Haney.
Shakur.
To me, Haney.
No, just because, like I said, performances.
Okay, performances, whatever. But who was out there with the top dogs? You know what I mean? If Shakur was to go out there with Lomachenko, if Shakur was to go out there with Lomachenko, he would look the same.
I know what you're trying to say.
Like, your opposition, it determines a lot on how you look in a fight. That's why, to me, like whenever Canelo, if he fights right now Benavidez, he ain't gonna look good. You know what I mean? He's gonna look like. If he does look good.
Nah, I honestly think Benavidez, I think it'll be a good fight, but I really think Canelo was school.
Yeah, but
than
look,
if he
imagine
does
like that's what I'm trying to tell
with
you. Like
power and skill.
he'll school him because there's levels.
Yeah,
And,
but
and whenever, let's say, Floyd Mayweather, think about it like this. Whenever he fought a Marcus already lost to Pacquiao like 2 times before Floyd Mayweather fought him, right? And he made Marcus come up in weight.
So,
Two weight classes.
but think
His
about it,
first
when they're
time
in there,
fighting,
right?
hold up. His first time at Floyd Mayweather's fight, weight class, Marcus went up. His first fight there, and it was still an even match. You know what I mean?
Nah, but no. To me, in that fight, Floyd was 2 steps ahead of Marquez the whole fight.
Oh, yeah, but he didn't get no stoppage.
It's because
he ain't hurt Marcus.
Look, you don't need to have a knockout. That's what people need to understand. You don't need a knockout to prove like something. No, all you gotta do is go win the fight with, I've seen a lot of fights where Floyd masterclass performance.
To me, that fight was
no
like
knockout though.
That fight was like a 5-7 type stuff. Like
It's
Marcus
Canelo,
won like five
Canelo,
rounds in that fight.
Canelo is gifted by God with power. That's something like you gotta be gifted. You know what I'm saying? You can't work on having.
But it's not
heavy
even power.
hands,
People get
you know
that
what
wrong
I'm
too.
saying?
Canelo don't got the best power.
He don't got the best power, but compared to, dude, think about it. Who the hardest hitter at 168? Canelo.
Well, yeah.
Floyd never even got close to the hardest hitter at his weight class. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what makes him the greatest. Cause ain't nobody gifted like that to where.
Nah. You
got
don't
the
need
skills.
you don't need these gifts. Devin Haney, he don't got these gifts yet, and yet he proved so much to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. Canelo been in the game for over how many years? Over at least 15 years.
That and more.
You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, he's been over in the game for a long time and fighting top-notch competition. Devin Haney just now getting started.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So these guys, they gotta keep this level. They can't lose. Well, they can lose, but don't lose that bad. You know what I mean? Canelo ain't lose that bad to Floyd. He ain't lose that bad to Bivol. You know what I mean?
He didn't lose that bad.
He lost because of
Look,
experience. He lost because of experience.
No. He didn't get knocked. Canelo didn't get knocked out, right? But keep in mind, Floyd doesn't go in there to knock you out. He don't try to knock you out. He just want to go in there, hit, and not get hit. He want to save his brain. He want to hit and not get hit. He could really try to knock him out if he want to, but he don't fight like that. It's all about, this is a sport. This ain't fighting. This ain't none of that.
You want to talk about that? Look, Canelo. He did the same. He did the same thing. He started to do the same thing like Floyd. He don't want to knock out. He just want to win. So he went in there with Jermell, and what he didn't knock him out. But it was one-sided. There's no way people even talks about a rematch. They don't even want to see him fight.
There you go.
Exactly.
You go. That's where I get to. Look.
Exactly. Floyd never had no one-sided matches. They were always even.
No. That's what y'all get. Like I said, that's where the Mayweather haters start to say it was even
I'm not
matches.
a hater though.
It was not even at all. Like Canelo
Floyd.
and Floyd, that was a one-sided fight. Unanimous. Not even split the shit. Unanimous. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't as one-sided as the Canelo Jermell, but keep in mind.
Okay, but keep
in mind though.
Was Canelo
Jermell?
Was Canelo undisputed whenever Floyd fought him?
Nah.
Was Jermell disputed?
No, but keep in mind he coming 2 weight classes up. Like, keep in mind, I still give Canelo credit for that fight, but
was Marcus?
But
okay,
like I said,
Marcus
it was a one-sided fight,
Canelo,
and we already knew
Floyd Mayweather did the same thing to Marcus what Canelo did to Jermell. He made him come up. And what did Floyd did? It was still an even match with Marcus. You know what I mean?
It was not an even matchup, dude.
Well, there's a lot of people who want a rematch in that fight because people think Marcus won.
Man,
I'm not one of them. I think Floyd won. I think Floyd won, but it was even.
2 steps ahead of him the whole fight.
To me, that fight was like a Devin Haney and Lomachenko. It was.
Nah.
It was super close.
Now that's a close fight.
No, to me
this fight was like a Canelo versus Mayweather. Like he was just 2 steps ahead of him, dude. Marquez over there fighting like a.
And then the reason
you know
too,
what I'm saying?
I give Canelo,
like an old man.
I give Canelo the GOAT spot. He can retire right now and become the GOAT because he didn't go out like Floyd Mayweather did. Whenever Floyd Mayweather, his last fight was against who was it against?
Andre Berto, no?
I don't know who he was fighting his last fights, but
I think it was Andre Berto or McGregor, one of those.
He fought UFC fighters and some people, some sparring partners for his last fights.
But wasn't Andre Berto a champion?
He was a sparring partner. If Canelo was
who? Andre Berto?
Yeah,
bro, he was a champion, wasn't he?
Nah, people. That's why he got that fight, cause Floyd Mayweather was trying to give him some bread before he retired. And that was his sparring partner. I mean, I'm not lying about this. This came out in you know what I mean, in the news. Like this, I ain't saying this.
But still, instead of those two fights, we're talking about like.
But I'm trying to tell you,
he
like we
fought
did
Cotto.
the last.
He fought Cotto like Cotto did his thing. The Cotto was like.
Think about it. Whenever
like a good Cotto
whenever
in
he
that
fought
fight.
Oscar de la Hoya, a lot of people, even which including myself, think Oscar de la Hoya won that fight.
No, but look.
But I'm not mad at Floyd winning it.
Before I heard your opinion though, I thought Floyd schooled Oscar. Like I thought he like one-sided. But then when you start saying it, then I was like, oh, I guess it was a close fight. Yeah, it was a close fight only because like I started looking at it better. But Floyd won clearly, in my opinion.
Yeah, in your opinion. In my opinion, Oscar won, which are just opinions.
But how did he win though? Like,
because he was a pressure fighter. Just how it's the what you mean, like Canelo is beat just how Bivol beat Canelo. You know what I mean? That's what
because
that's what Oscar de la Hoya was doing.
That's the
Floyd
difference.
Mayweather.
That's the difference. Canelo in that fight, he lost clearly because he lost stamina. He slowed down. He was like, at one point he was just like trying to survive and just doing what he can. But Floyd never showed that. Look, in that fight, what I seen Oscar de la Hoya going to him, and he took it to the ropes, and then it's the Mayweather hit him with a clean shot, straight snap his head back. While this dude like missing most of his punches and hit him a couple in the body, right? While this dude snapping his head back, and over it, snapping his head back, snapping his head the whole fight like clean. While this guy missing most of his punches and he'll probably land 2-3 body shots and maybe even a headshot. But while this guy snapping his head back the whole fight, like snapping his head back,
that fight,
just a perfect jab, timing him. That fight,
and that fight, Oscar was landing about at least 5 out of 8 hits, and Floyd was landing. He would throw like 1 or 2 whenever Oscar already landed like 5.
No, but
you know what I mean?
Keep in mind these
and
little punches were slipping like they were going like.
And this is what I'm gonna get you.
You know what I'm saying?
This is what I'm gonna get you. If you go off the scorecards of the points, Oscar should have won.
What you mean points?
If you go off of points, all the hits he landed, the more he threw more hits and landed more.
No, but it's not about who lands more. It's about who got the cleaner shots.
Well, no, but in boxing,
it's about who got the cleaner shot. When judges go in there, they look who's more eye-catching, like who's more like. They look at the fight and at the round. They're watching it. Who was more eye-catching that fight? Not who do pitter-patter, who land more punches. Okay, it's about who snapping the head back. Effective shots.
Let's say,
you know what I'm saying? Clear shots, clean.
Let's say Floyd won it off of clear shots, like you say. Mm-hmm. Why did he didn't give him a rematch? Why he retired and came back to boxing whenever the rematch clause was over? Why did he do that?
I don't know, man. But in my opinion, that fight, like I said before, I started talking to you, and you was telling me how he won. I was like, what the fuck?
I know, but that's what everybody was saying. Everybody in the world.
Not me. I thought
not you.
Mayweather schooled Oscar bad because of like I said, I was looking at the clean shots and this dude pitter patter, and this guy snapping his head back clean. You know what I'm saying?
Look, to me, that fight I like both of them even. Mm-hmm. But to me, in that fight, Oscar won by age, by hair. You know what I mean? Not by a lot. But
so pitter patter too because he landed more punches.
He landed more and he was more effective. He was a pressure punch. He was a pressure.
But it's not about who landed more. All right, let's go back to the Triple G and Canelo first fight.
Yeah.
Triple G outlanded Canelo, but Canelo had the cleaner shot, so it made a draw.
Exactly.
It made a draw.
Exactly. And why there was a rematch? Canelo took the rematch. Why Floyd didn't take a rematch with Oscar?
But that got nothing to do with it. In my opinion,
Canelo
like
won
I
3
said,
times with
no,
Triple
but
G.
in my opinion, that Triple G and Canelo fight was much closer. Like, much closer because, man, this dude was Triple G was throwing a lot of punches, landing clean. Like, I'm talking about punching on Canelo's face. You know what I'm saying? I think he even busted his eye.
Oscar was punching.
And Oscar, man, he was just doing pitter-patter on
look at his face. Go look at his face after the fight.
He would do, every time he'd get on the ropes, he would pitter-patter. But like this, no. Only on the ropes, pitter-patter, and while this dude snap your head back.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You know what I'm saying?
A great fighter, a GOAT, you got to go off of what he do in his boxing era. Floyd, he would have been a GOAT to me if he would have, Oscar de la Hoya, if he would have given him a rematch and stopped that boy or
Nah, he don't got to stop. Like I said, this is a sport.
I'm talking about like beat him up bad. Not making no even fight.
No, but keep in mind, Oscar, he wasn't a chump. You know what I'm saying?
Think about it like this: Canelo never ever knocked out Triple G. But what happened? He beat him up bad.
No,
You know what I mean?
The
After
third fight?
the second fight
No,
and the third fight.
No. The second fight, it was a close fight too. It was like,
Well,
the second fight was more like.
He stood toe to toe with somebody that nobody can stand toe to toe with.
Yeah, he did, but he did not one-side Triple G in the second fight. A lot of people even think Triple G won, but Canelo, in my opinion, like I said, in the first fight, it was a complete draw. Like a complete draw.
Yeah.
I don't see Triple G win that first fight at all.
Exactly. So
because
how you gonna tell me that
Canelo clean shots. You know what I'm
How you
saying?
gonna tell me that Oscar La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather was not no draw then? If you think he won and I think Oscar La Hoya won, why wasn't it a draw?
All right.
then?
If anything, it could be a draw. But Oscar did not do enough. Just going on the
And
ropes,
Floyd
pitter
didn't
patter,
either.
pitter patter. No, Floyd did.
Floyd
Floyd
just
was
waited.
doing the Canelo.
No,
you
Floyd
know what
was
I'm saying?
no, he was
If
not doing the
anything,
Canelo.
it could have been a draw.
Canelo pressures.
Only because
Floyd
this guy outlanded him and this guy had the more effective
Floyd did
cleaner
it.
shots.
When Floyd did that fight, he reminded me of Lara versus Canelo. He was trying to just stay on the outside and wait for a perfect punch, but he lost the fight. If you're gonna fight like that, you're gonna lose a fight with a pressure boxer.
No, but keep in mind, whenever Floyd fought Oscar, he was keeping that jab on him, snapping his head
Yeah, but
back
Oscar
with,
didn't
with the
affect
right.
Oscar.
You know
Oscar
what
was
I'm saying?
digging
He
him.
like, huh?
He would take that jab and he'll land like 5 hits after the jab.
No. He'll keep in mind, Floyd jabbing him, and out of nowhere he'll land. Like I said, he'll orthodox, so he'll land that right, and he jabbing him, land that right. You know what I'm saying? Jabbing him the whole fight, and then when he get on the ropes, that's when Oscar missing a lot of shots. But you know, I seen a lot of body shots, headshots, maybe 1 or 2 in between each.
I seen Oscar land a
combo.
lot. If you go look at the highlights,
but he only got him on the ropes though.
You seen Oscar putting Floyd's head back. Boom, he's pushing him back. Oscar had a good jab that fight too. If you forget about his jab, wow. He had one of the best jabs I've seen him use against Floyd, and that's why that fight to me, that's what made Floyd. After that fight, Floyd became the money man.
But look, dude, the way I
Right?
seen Oscar's punches, it was nothing but pitter patter straight bullshit. I only remember like a couple of clean body shots and
Well,
maybe a couple of
that's one of my favorite
headshots,
fights
but
to
I
watch.
remember so many real clean shots from Floyd, like from the round 1 to round 12,
No, yeah, I
clean.
do.
And
But I
what's
don't
the name?
see him
All he
winning.
did was like
He didn't
trying
do
to,
enough to win.
Dude,
That's what happened.
Floyd made him miss most of his punches. Most of them. He will only land what he can on the ropes. While, like I said, while he still sticking that jab, snapping his head back with the right and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's why I put Canelo above him. Canelo gave rematches and to hard fights. You know
But
what
like I
mean?
said, I want everybody to know Canelo is my second guy when it comes to GOAT. Like I said, Canelo, he showed things Floyd never showed. Like I said, I go off skill mainly, but I also go off a little bit on resume. You know what I'm saying? A little bit, not a lot. I only go off skill. Canelo showed lack of stamina. I didn't like that, but that didn't matter because Canelo whoops a nigga ass on a bad day. On the bad day, he still whoops ass. You know what I'm saying? On the John Ryder day, he still whooped that boy ass. You know what I'm saying? That's when I say why I put Canelo under Floyd because of that. But not keep in mind, if Canelo beats Benavidez or Bivol, he's gonna be the #1 greatest fighter of all time. No
But
more
to me-
discussion, no more debate. If he fights, and like I said, that's why when I put resume in there, like if he does this to this guy, like a guy that's actually like I said, when he's finna fight Caleb Plant, Billy Joe, I already know who's gonna win. This fight is actually a very good fight. I think Canelo gonna win, but at the same time, it's like I wouldn't bet too much money on it because you know you're talking about a big guy. Like it's a good fight, you know what I'm saying? So if he beats Bivol or Benavidez, greatest of all time, no debate. I want to make sure everybody know. I just want to argue about that right now, as of now. Who the best in my opinion? Like I said, I go mainly off skill and not resume. You ask me who the best resume? Canelo, Chavez, Pacquiao, Floyd, not even on the top 10. You know what I'm saying? But you ask me who the best fighter, greatest fighter, like boom, you know what I'm saying? Floyd. But like I said, I like to mix skill with resume a little bit. I like to throw in a little resume. So if Canelo beats Bivol, no more debate. Or Benavidez, no more debate. I ain't gonna debate at all.
True.
Like
It's just, to
Canelo
me,
the best of all time.
A resume means a lot. It's like it shows where how your skills were proven. You can't have all the skills in the world fighting B level, C level fight. Hold on. Let me finish. You can fight you can have all the skills fighting B level, C level fighters your whole career, and you can look great. you can go but once you start fighting top competition and they prime, you're not gonna look as great as you do. And there's levels.
But keep in mind, Canelo looked good in each fight though. Caleb Plant, Billy Joe.
Yeah, and those were elite fighters. Those
nah,
were
they're B level, B plus level fighters.
To me, they were good fighters.
To be honest, Caleb Plant and Billy Joe, they were the same type of fighters Floyd was fighting. It's just that these guys had an O.
And this is all I'm gonna say.
These guys didn't.
I'm gonna say this. Caleb Plant is elite. Cause look at it like this. He went 11 rounds with Canelo. He went 12 rounds with Benavidez. And he's always been knocking out dudes.
Nah, he's elite, but A plus, like I don't know about that.
And to me, he beats up Jermall Charlo too. So that's an elite fighter right there to me. And you know
but think about it, elite is like A plus.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. People say Caleb
The
Plant.
only guy I can say was Canelo, Triple G, and Floyd.
Caleb Plant was elite,
not so much, but you know what I'm saying.
Caleb Plant is elite.
No, for sure he's elite, but I'm saying A plus. Like in my opinion, Caleb Plant a B plus fighter, or B plus because he slows down in the late half and. You see what happened with Benavidez. You see what happened with Canelo.
Look at the fighters he's fighting.
Yeah, Canelo beat, A fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's an A fighter. Benavidez A fighter too. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I say, Caleb Plant's elite. Cause I mean, think about it. Shit, even Mike Tyson was elite. How many losses he had?
Yeah, but he wasn't elite after he started losing, cause you know what I'm saying.
That's what I'm trying to say.
He started going down.
But to who did he lost to? Like, if Mike Tyson had lost to somebody great, it wouldn't make him any less elite. That's why Benavidez, he faced a future Hall of Famer Benavidez, and he faced the GOAT of our era, Canelo Alvarez.
Who, Caleb Plant?
Yeah. So you can't even judge him off them losses.
Nah, I don't judge him off the losses. It's just like A plus. Caleb Plant not an A plus fighter.
And the reason I judge Marcus off his losses because he got knocked out cold by Manny-Pacquiao. That's why I judge that fight. Like, you know what I mean? So, but I don't know. What about what you think about to me, like Terence Crawford, if he beats up Tim Tszyu, Jermell, because he's undisputed,
or Jerron,
Jaron Boots, but he got to beat them all, and he got to go and test himself with Canelo to be above Floyd.
Oh yeah, I get you.
He got to do all that to be above Floyd.
He got a lot of belts. Crawford got a lot of belts, but names not so much, and skill, yeah. Ain't a lot. I put Crawford on the top. It's cause like I said, if you go on resume on no belts, just names, Mayweather got a better resume than Crawford. But if you go with belts, I honestly think they're like tied up. Cause like I said, Floyd got a lot of belts. He might not be two-time undisputed.
He never undisputed.
He never undisputed, but he got a lot of belts. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got a shitload of belts.
Yeah, but for who? Like that's what I'm saying. Becoming undisputed is a big thing.
It's the same thing though.
Nah,
like Crawford off of who? You know what I'm saying?
When you're undisputed, you beat the best of the best. There's no going back. It's like if Tank becomes undisputed. You can't even talk nothing about him. If he beats up Devin Haney, if he beats up other people at 140, you know what I mean, with belts, like what you gonna say about him? Nothing. That's why I look at Terence Crawford. You can't say nothing about him. The only thing you can say, look, his best names on his resume is Spence. That's his best resume. I mean, that's his best name, matter of fact. Spence. Sean Porter.
To me, Sean
Porter. Jose
and
Benavidez. And who's that? And what's that other dude? Gamboa.
Oh, Gamboa.
Okay, all of them are good names. But to me, Sean Porter, Gamboa, and Kell Brook were already washed when he fought them. They were good names though, but they were washed. We're being honest. Jose Benavidez, he gave Terence Crawford a good ass fight. But if you be honest to yourself, who's harder, David Benavidez or Jose Benavidez as a fighter? Not size, but as a fighter, is David Benavidez. So that's why I'll give Canelo more respect for fighting David Benavidez than Crawford for fighting Jose Benavidez. And last, Terence fought Errol Spence, and to me that was the best name on his resume, but that was not the type of fight that I expected from Errol Spence.
Yeah. That's because, dude, A prime Spence was before the accident, dude. After the accident, like, you could just tell his movement wasn't there. Even with the Ugas and Danny Garcia fight, like, it was not the same Spence. It was close, but it was not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went through that trauma bad. But like I said, we don't discredit Crawford though.
Nah, hell no.
He got all the.
Nah, but I talk about, like,
belts
I
and
talk
shit.
about why I don't put him over Floyd.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. You're right.
Somebody else I might put over Floyd in a couple of years is either the winner out of Tyson Fury and Usyk. You know what I mean? Because that's heavyweight.
Oh yeah,
that's
for
heavy,
sure. That goes, ain't gonna lie. That's gonna put them on top because
Yeah,
that's
'cause
best
they-
versus the
and they're
best,
heavyweights.
literally in
And
their
they-
prime.
Yup.
No car accidents, no nothing.
No, that's another competitors for the GOAT
Mhm.
debate.
Hell yeah.